What's good, YouTube? Today we back with another YouTube video, and today we are reacting to Marvel's Wolverine by Insomniac. So I'm excited for this game. This game is going to be crazy. As y'all can see, it got an M for mature rating on it. So it's going to be a mature game. Low key, I'm excited to see what Insomniac do with this, because this is really like, we got in, y'all know, Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, which is really some fire games. Spider-Man 2 is an but it's still got love for it in some aspects, right? But yeah, I'm excited to see this. It's about a 2-minute trailer, minute 50. But without further ado, let's get into this mug, yo. It's crazy. Oh, I like the suit. Okay, PlayStation.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
I would say I wonder who got the face mod for this. Or did they use? Did they create their own face mod?
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me. But I'd be lying. Doesn't matter where I go.
Ooh. I like the suit.
How far I run. Death's always waiting. Just not for me.
Oh, you can see the adamantium in the skin. Ooh. And you can see him riding motorcycles and stuff. That's
Because I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
Kind of claim himself as an anti-hero. Not an anti-hero, but I forgot what that is. Fall 2026. Okay, bet. Not too far away. I love that. That's actually really dope, y'all. That is crazy. I ain't been gonna hold y'all. What is this? Is this something else?
Wolverine doesn't really remember a
Okay, I think this is another. Make sure.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to make a Wolverine game that is as violent, as visceral as the character in the comics?
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Working with Wolverine is interesting because part of the route to who he is that he's an unreliable narrator. He has gaps in his memory. So Wolverine doesn't really remember a lot of his life, and that's got to be an extremely frustrating aspect.
He's this ball of rage and fury, but then he could turn on a dime and he could be very, very kind and tender in the next moment.
When we're casting for someone like Logan, what we're looking for in character traits are someone who can convey a lot with very little being spoken.
When you have that first moment that we show in gameplay, there's so much emotion that you can feel behind his eyes. He looks relentless, he looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That level of acting and being able to just deliver that performance with believability across both spectrums was something Insomniac, ourselves, we all agreed he's the one. We don't need to see anybody else.
Hey, I'm Liam McIntyre, and I play James Logan Howlett in Marvel's Wolverine. That's not bad. That one sort of works. Fans out there know what Wolverine is, who he is. My job is to try and find the essence of who Wolverine is, especially as it applies to our story. People hurt him, people take from him, people betray him. He still fights for people who can't fight for themselves. It's one of the greatest honors of my life, one of the biggest responsibilities I've ever had, and one of the coolest things I've ever got to do.
The entire game is built around staying true to the Wolverine experience.
And then how do we want to put our Insomniac stamp on that? How do we want to put our own spin and creativity, but still give something new and fresh that fans are going to be excited about.
It's the full package. It is a level of detail that we've never been able to do before.
I will say y'all gotta make this feel like a movie, bro. If this don't feel like a movie, it's gonna suck. Cause shoot, if this don't, I want this to give a movie aspect, like I'm watching a movie plus I'm playing a game and I'm interacting with the movie, dang near, bro. That's gonna make it 10 times better, to be honest.
You could see it in the trailer. You can see pores. You can see blood in between the little lines of his teeth. I love the attention to detail.
It's exciting that we're going to be able to bring that kind of fidelity to players.
Wolverine is a character who goes to many places through the comics.
You'll see the Canadian wilderness, you'll see Japan.
There's a shot where Logan is sliding down
Japan?
that rooftop, and you can see the breadth of Madripoor and Lowtown.
It's always nice teasing the depth and the amount of characters that we'll be seeing in the game. Omega Red makes an appearance, Mystique is there, and there are some hints to other characters that fans of Wolverine will recognize for sure.
Another visual element of Marvel's Wolverine is the blood. The blood tech that was put into this game is pretty phenomenal.
There's a part in the trailer where Logan jumps down and then he does the claws up through the face. That one I thought maybe was going to be taking it too far, but I am so glad that we have it. It looks fantastic.
Wolverine's combat, making that special, making that feel like him, making it feel different to anything else you've played.
Yeah.
That's a tough job. What's so cool for me is there was this one section of the game I got to try. It was just visceral and immediate and so incredibly satisfying, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
We're pretty excited about the artwork that we're using on the cover. It's dynamic, it's rough-edged.
You notice it doesn't look like our past games. It has a sense of urgency and forward movement and rage and fury, and that's Wolverine.
One of the
I feel like this game is gonna play like God of War, but Wolverine edition. Does that make any sense? That's how I feel like this combat is giving. Knowing how this looks and how the combat looks, with the thing about a Wolverine game that's hard is trying to make the combat fun. And what I mean by that is it not getting repetitive in the senses of it's the same combat over and over again. It's claws, punching, claws, punching, and it just like it can get very like, well, okay, this is getting repetitive, like because there's no really much ability upgrades you can do when it comes to a Wolverine game. So that's the thing about it, rather than you doing a Tony Stark game or I don't know, maybe a Black Panther game. But yeah, this is like, I still feel like the combat's gonna be fun, don't get me wrong, but it's still gonna be, can't get repetitive, not even gonna hold y'all, yo. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with it, because I think they understand it as well, which I think the lunging is gonna be fire though, to be honest with you. And I hope the customization, the suits and the costumes are already fire so far. So hey, what else can you ask for, to be honest?
cool things about Insomniac is they are probably the most collaborative group of people I have ever worked with. They make you feel part of their team. That's not something you always get.
We've been in a creative collaboration with Insomniac Games and PlayStation for over a decade now. We've made some of the greatest superhero games of all time, and that was always the goal, making games that are timeless.
I think fans are going to be excited, but I'm also really excited about it because I'm really proud of what we made. We are focused on making the best Wolverine game ever.
On behalf of everyone at
Best.
Insomniac Games and the Wolverine team especially, we want to thank you for taking time to watch our trailer. We can't wait to show you more in spring of 2026.
Yes, sir. I hope y'all enjoy that. We're gonna definitely be playing that because that's gonna be fire. I'm excited. Shoot, I hope y'all are as well. This looks very fun, very interesting, and very entertaining, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all sub up if y'all haven't yet. Make sure you hit that like button if you ain't done that yet either. I appreciate y'all guys. And make sure y'all join the Discord because that's where we will be at. And I ain't got too much else to say, but deuces. We're out.